Well, welcome to the darkness once again, ladies and gentlemen. Starring your old pal, Mr. Darkness, right here, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully, you guys are having a fairly nice and hospitable time. Me, you know me, I'm always pretty much the same. You know, just watching, observing, listening, hearing everything, watching everything. And I'm kind of coming into a realization that is a bit familiar than before. What realization I'm coming into is how wonderful and nice the world can be, but also how cruel, heartless, and evil the people of the world can be. Especially in the future, with today's youth. I find it a bit depressing, really. A bit sad and a bit pathetic. Oh, Mr. Diz. Welcome back, my friend. But anyway, I find out how horrible people can be and how cruel people can be. What? Somebody falls on the ground and seriously hurts themselves and you want to go and laugh at it? You want to go take pictures of it? You want to go make fun of it? Unless it happens to you, right? If it doesn't happen to you, right, it shouldn't matter, right? But what if it does happen to you, huh? What if karma comes back and bites you square in your backside and comes up on you tenfold? And then what? Then what are you going to do when the same thing happens to you, only worse? What if you are the one that's suffering on the other end? What if it happens to you? What if the same thing, only worse, happens to you? Then what are you going to do? You're going to cry. You're going to play victim. You're going to say, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening to me. Oh my God, woe is me, woe is me. But you didn't think about that when you were laughing at that poor old man on the ground, did you? No, you didn't, did you? You just sat there and you laughed and jeered and took funny pictures and say, hey, look at the funny man falling down. Look at the man. Let's laugh, everybody, laugh. Until it happens to you, right? Then it's not so funny anymore, is it? It's not a funny story anymore, is it? It's funny around people around the internet and people in the world. As long as it isn't happening to them, it doesn't matter, right? And then when it happens to them, then when shit actually hits the fucking fan like a sack of rocks, where'd all that laughter go then? Where'd all that fun go then? Come on, laugh, joke about it. Let's laugh. Let's joke about you being sprawled out on the ground like a fish. Let's joke about that. Let's joke about you being hopeless and helpless. Let's do that. Let's joke about that. Oh, but it's not a joke, right? It's a reality, right? But it wasn't such a reality when it was happening to the other person, right? It wasn't such a joke. It was a ha-ha when it was happening to the other person, right? But when the shoe think about it. It's always a ha-ha when it's not happening to you. But when it happens to you, oh, it's a everybody shut up. Everybody quit. Everybody stop laughing at me. But yet, you didn't hold on to any restraint when you were laughing at a poor old man laying down there needing your help. No. You sat there and laughed at him, didn't you? You sat there and took pictures, didn't you? You sat there and smeared his good name all over the internet, right? But then, when the same exact thing happened to you, then look. Then look exactly what happens. You see, I'm a big believer in karma and about things that come to full circle to sick bastards that fucking laugh at people in their misery. Because think about this. We all go through problems in life. We all go through tribulations in life. We all go through sick, disgusting things in life, don't we? But yet you sit there and laugh, as long as it doesn't happen to you, right? But the minute it does, then the scenario changes, doesn't it? It's like, what? Good for thee and not for me, right? Interesting. Interesting how the life works, doesn't it? You see, it's all good when you watch somebody else getting eaten by wolves, right? But when the very same wolves come for you and they start chewing on you, oh, then it's a big problem. Oh, then you need all the protection you get. Oh my God, it's a red alert, right? Then everybody loses their minds. And then what? Then what? Think about this. Think about it long and think about it hard before you answer. And just think about this for a moment. The next time you see somebody suffering on the ground, somebody hurting, needing your help, don't hesitate to give them a helping hand. Because that one little helping hand can go a long way. I'm just saying. What goes around comes around, right? If you do positive for other people, it will come back to you. If you do negative to people, it will come back to you as well. It all comes out in the wash, right? That is the beautiful joke about life. Is that if you do somebody wrong, then someone else will come by and do you wrong even worse than the first time. So go ahead, laugh at people when they're down. But let me just tell you this. When the very same thing that happens to you, when the very same thing, same scenario, everything. When it happens to you, I don't want to hear you crying about it. I don't want to hear you bitching about it. I don't want to hear you complaining about it. Because, you know, sorry about that. I hang on. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. I had some little bit of business to take care of. So many people, so little time. It happens. But like I said, next time you start yelling, laughing, and joking about the one on the ground, just think about this. The situation could be reversed in a matter of seconds. So be advised and be careful. Never underestimate the person laying on the ground, because that very person, well, might be the very one that saves your life. So just a little bit of respect goes a long way, doesn't it? Think about it. So, you know what I would do for this holiday season coming up? Why don't you practice on being a little bit more nicer and a little less meaner? That might actually do something. I don't know. Might actually make you feel a little better, a little bit more festive, With me, well, I'm always the same. What you see is what you get. I may be somewhat of a heartless bastard, but guess what? I know I'm not a lowlife, and I know how to respect people. When I know how to give respect, I know how to get respect. Simple. So next time when you see somebody on the ground or down on their luck, don't be afraid to reach out and help. Because that one person that you help out might be the same one that actually saves your life. Just saying. What goes around comes around. And that's it.